Hey everybody, it's Rob here. We already got Season 9 news for Diablo 4, and this is obviously much earlier than expected. There is going to be a campfire developer talk next week on May 22, where they will talk all about the horadic powers and about the new dungeon escalation system, as well as the new class balance changes that will come here. Adam Fletcher tweeted out here, PTR stream for Season 9 already. Season 8 is a little shorter than normal. We also have the basic launch date prediction here, which is like matching what it says in game. So we'll talk about that as well as the PTR starting date that we can pretty much 99% guarantee predict from this. It's always been following the same pattern. So we're going to get into all this here. So Season 8 is confirmed to be a little shorter than normal, and we are going back to our normal cadence. So no more delays, guys. Diablo is blasting out the seasons now. And obviously we have the roadmap here, and this fits in the July launch schedule for the new season. We got a lot to talk about, and we'll chat about some of the feedback and related topics about the reliquary. So there's been a lot of negative stuff here with the reliquary. So we're in game right now. There's also an XP event going on. You can get 35% multiplicative XP. I already gained 5 paragons today. So we are rocking only 290, 10 levels to go. So you can log in with the XP event right now. This only lasts until the 20th, guys. So this mother's blessing. If you want to farm paragon or some gold, the time to log in is now. So 35x experience gain. And the reliquary system has been gotten a lot of negative feedback, and it looks like they're going to be addressing some of this and some of the concerns that the players had with the reliquary system. And yeah, they posted here, the campfire chat is going to be May 22nd. This is next, in exactly 1 week from now, next Thursday, 11 a.m. PDT. We'll be streaming it live here on YouTube as well as on Twitch. So tune in and we'll have a summary for you ready then. But with this, guys, we know a lot of stuff that's already going to happen here. So you see here the PTR is only for the PC players. Tune in to learn more about the PTR, detailed the features coming with the Sins of the Horadrim dungeon escalation activity, class balance update, and so much more. You'll also be able to submit your questions, so there's going to be a Q&A segment in here as well at the end of the stream, just like normal, and they stream on Twitch, YouTube, X, TikTok, everywhere basically. And we're going to have a summary ready for you. And what this means, so the season is going to be much earlier, and if we check in-game, guys, you see here, if you're just in-game, normally you press U and you click on Reliquary. People were already speculating because it says 46 days left in game, right? So that means you only have 46 days left to claim like your premium battle pass rewards. And 46 days from now, this aligns now with the roadmap that they already published a couple of weeks ago. And now this also aligns with the post here from the community manager, Adam Fletcher. And that means, so for the timeline, the PTR stream confirmed starts on the 22nd. And in all the cases, the PTR starts, at least historically, the PTR starts the Tuesday after. We always have the stuff on Tuesday. Just last time, like this patch was on Wednesday for some reason, but 99% sure the PTR will start next week, guys. And that will the week after that. So that will be in 2 weeks on the 27th. So 1 week, a couple days after the 22nd. So dev stream next week, the PTR the week after that. On the 27th, the PTR lasts for 7 days. We'll be able to test all the new items, all the new builds, the new dungeon escalation. We'll be able to test the new season theme of the Horadrim. Maybe we'll get even some surprise. We'll talk about that in a second as well. But the 27th marks the PTR start. Then the PTR will go until the 3rd of June. And then if we're going 46 days from today, which again, confirmed by Adam and confirmed here in-game, in 46 days, guys, that will mean 46 days from the 15th. That would put the season start on the 1st of July. So at the very start here, 1st of July, very likely starting date for Season 9. And this is already in 1.5 months. So we'll get the PTR news next week. Then we get the PTR playing the PTR. And then in just 3-4 weeks after that, because they normally, take about a week to a month to fix all the bugs from the PTR and get the class balance in. And then it's already the 1st. So this is going to be hella exciting. 1st of July, guys. This is most likely Season 9 start. And again, we get all the news next week. And what we're going to get here in the roadmap, it also fits the roadmap July, Horadic powers We get reputation board and quest again. We get the new dungeon escalation system, and obviously like earnable pets and all the normal stuff. And we'll see what we're going to change to the reliquary multipliers as well as class balance. But dungeon escalation system, I'm most excited about. And then many people are also very excited about these Horadric powers. And maybe, just maybe, they use it to also bring, a fan favorite system back here. We have this Horadric cube, those of you who played Diablo 2. We even have Kanai's cube in Diablo 3. And maybe they cooked up something here with the cube. Like, this is like a fan favorite item. And I think it would fit very well. The season theme is called the Sins of the Horadrim, and we're going to get the Horadrim powers. I don't know, maybe it's cool, but at least we're going to have, some sort of system that we have in the game here with the boss powers. And I really like the boss powers. They offer like quite some cool stuff to the build. Maybe we could even see some of them becoming a permanent addition. That would be pretty cool. I specifically like the Lilith power with the extra blisters that really help a lot of builds that are struggling on single target and stuff like that. So maybe we can keep some of those as like aspects or something. And then we're going to get the Horadric powers. And then the dungeon escalation system. So this is, in the game, we still have nightmare dungeons. And these are like, many people don't even know this anymore. But you see here, you can just right-click a dungeon. Boom, it opens this sigil. And it turns a normal dungeon in the open world into a nightmare dungeon that is like supposed to be harder and is supposed to have like, some more affixes and all this stuff. But it doesn't really feel like that anyone is even doing these nightmare dungeons, really. Like, most people just do the pits and then they do Undercity, and maybe some people do a couple nightmare dungeons to get the Optic side. But again, the Undercity is so much better if you have the refinement keys. So it's kind of like a lost system. And I was even suggesting, like, maybe they can just make every dungeon in the open world like a nightmare dungeon, like, at all times. Because, like, there's normal dungeons, and then there's also nightmare dungeons. And, like, what's even the point of a normal dungeon? Like, I feel like the system definitely needs some overhaul, and that's exactly what they're doing. And they said it's going to be hard. Riker also did an interview here with a game director for the new expansion. Hopefully we're going to get Paladin, Brent Gibson here. And he said this. He doesn't say much, but listen to this.
What you can expect when you come into the season is that you'll be interacting with Nightmare Dungeons in a different style of activity. And we're going to see how that goes.
So it's basically going to be a completely different style of activity. I'm expecting it, and they teased for it to be way more challenging now. So we'll see how that's going to go. Maybe we'll even have like different tiers similar to the pit system or something like this. And then we got some big rewards and maybe some XP or maybe some crazy Optic side to farm here. And really hyped about what to see. And we're already going to see it next week, and then we can play it the week after. So that's going to be hella cool here, like a ton of stuff coming. And then obviously the class balance. They recently did a patch where they actually fixed a bug which resulted in a nerf to the weakest class, which is Spiritborn. And right now the Spiritborn is really struggling. It doesn't have a single build in the S tier. So I'm really hoping that we see some juicy buffs class balance wise for the Spiritborn. That's my number one wish. Spiritborn and Druid, like outside of Cataclysm. Druid basically doesn't exist. So I'm hoping we get Spiritborn buffs. I'm hoping we get Druid Love for builds that are not Cataclysm. I'm hoping to see snapshot fixes. You may have seen it, guys. The Sorcerers are still snapshotting over power. The Druid is still snapshotting over power. And I don't want them to nerf those classes. I just want them to fix the snapshots and then buff the builds accordingly. So they still stay similar power level, but you don't have to do this like snapshot activity every time you cast an ultimate or every time you cast your hurricane or you pray for the 3% snapshot whenever you cast a lightning spear on entrance. I've talked with plenty of players like also on top of the leaderboards, and nobody really likes that. They see even Mekuna, who's currently with 120 clear, going completely crazy. He absolutely despises the snapshots. Like, we don't want the snapshots. It's not good for the game. And hopefully they finally address this. They have expressed it in the past that they really want to fix like some of the snapshots. But man, like those builds, I just go so crazy with the snapshots. It's just very unintuitive. And hopefully they can address this fully in the PTR and they give some love to the underused classes. But yeah, let me know what you think, guys, down below. What are you hoping for? I'm certainly excited here. I think it's going to be amazing that they have this scheduled already, because right now, the season, like, it's kind of slowing down. It's like a little bit of a buff here with the patch, but many people didn't like the patch because it nerfed some stuff and things. But we have the XP event, and the XP event basically ends, and then we get the PTR news. So that's going to be hell of exciting. And I think it's the right timing here. And super cool to see that Diablo is actually now sticking to this, like, you know, fast-paced seasons, like 3 months max, because they've been delaying and delaying in the past. You know, like this season, season 8, was delayed by 2 weeks, and they've been delaying previous seasons as well, making them longer than 3 months. But now it looks like this season is a bit shorter because they have had all these delays, and now they're basically trying to catch up. Because also what people are speculating, and I saw this on Riker's channel as well, that they are speculating an early release for the expansion, like based on this roadmap here as well, that the expansion is going to release early 2026. So I think Riker's guess was even, because it says like new class here, and Riker's guess was even very early, like he was even saying January. So we'll see about that. But the timeline kind of is picking up pace for an early 2027 expansion 2 release for Diablo 4. So I'm really hoping, and I think it's the logical conclusion, I get this asked all the time, what do you think is the new class? I think it's going to be the Paladin, guys, because Blizzard is a company that exists to make money, even more so that they're bought by Microsoft. Like, they got to make money for the shareholders, for the owners, whatever. They're going to make money. That's the number one priority. And they got to get the people what they want with the Paladin, because that's how they're going to make the most money. It's like, very logical conclusion. It's going to be maybe not called a Paladin. It's going to be maybe called a Crusader, a Templar, you know, like anything in between, like a priest. But it's going to be like the holy, like sword and broad class. I think everything else is just going to be an L for them as a company. And people are just going to be mad. Like, you know, they can make the perfect class and people are still going to be mad it's not a Paladin. So very, very likely, and they hinted on this in interviews as well, that it's going to be the Paladin. And with this schedule, it looks to be an early 2026 release. We'll see if that's going to happen. Maybe it's already January. Let me know what you think in the comments, guys. But yeah, all the news next week. Campfire Chat, Season 9, Dungeon Escalation, Horadic Powers. Let's go, log in. I'll see you there. If you like this video, make sure to subscribe, leave a like or a comment. I'm also live on Twitch almost every day, so come and say hi.